everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the What Was That podcast. I'm Jazzy.
And I'm Addi.
With Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and more coming up, you are likely to enter a store or two to pick out a few gifts. But are these deals worth dying for?
Wait, dying? Who's dying?
Okay, so maybe not dying, because I do think that they are already dead.
And that's better how? I'm all in for a little trip to the mall, but I'm not trying to shop till I drop.
You might not be, but these Redditors were not so lucky. Okay, so no one actually dies, but it's ghosts in stores. Paranormal stores. I've been hanging out with my sister, and we don't say our R's at each other, so I am so sorry for this 45 to 50-something minute long episode where I might not be saying my R's.
Coming from Shannon's podcast.
Yeah,
That's all I'm going to think of anytime I say a single word now.
No, because I'm sure we sounded, because after we recorded, I felt like we said smart things because we're smart, but we don't present that first. We present funny first.
Yeah, because that's all that matters in the world is.
Yeah. In this economy, you want me to be, I'm going to be funny.
What has smart got me besides a lot of trauma? Aww. I'm intellectualizing things too much. So
that's like really spot on. Yeah. Like, you know what? You're really onto something. Okay, story 1. Experiences at a mall. I used to work at multiple different clothing stores at the same mall near Cleveland, Ohio. I started working there when I was 17, and the energy felt very off. I would see shadows all the time, but it was Hollister, so it was very dark, and there's a ton of plants, so I discounted it as that. It wasn't until I worked at Abercrombie & Fitch that we saw something that it was thought that we had a little girl ghost in there. Hangers could be heard moving in rooms, and we knew no one was in the store because it had closed. Many incidences occurred there, but one that sticks out to me is we were there until 4 a.m. doing a floor set. There had been 13 of us there. By the end of it, it was down to 2 or 3 people who were taking out the trash. One girl was left inside. She heard a little voice say, "I want my mommy."
Oh.
The next summer, I was home from college. I worked at another store at the same mall in a different section. This is where I truly believed something was going on. I've had many, many stories about this store. Our manager would get calls every night at 4 a.m. about alarms going off and police coming, but the alarm company kept saying that it had to be mice. We never found mouse droppings in the store. We had a conversion tracker under a doorway that would give our company the ratio of people who came in versus who came in and bought something. This tracker was set up only to track people over 4 feet tall to not add children into that percentage. From the hours of 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Our conversion tracker caught something over 4 feet tall walking into the store at 4 a.m., the same time the alarms were going off. The energy of the store felt completely off. I had homemade pee for hours so I wouldn't have to go into the back room alone. My manager was in the back, and she said that she felt her hair being pulled and children laughing. We would hear noises coming from the back of the store, and out of the corner of our eyes see things walking in the back. The most clear one I saw was walking in the back sock room, which wasn't very big. It was about 7 feet tall and was gray and staticky looking. Walking between
room. Is this supposed to be stock room?
Oh, I bet it's stock. I'm like, yeah, retail. You got a whole sock room.
I was like, Abercrombie & Fitch is that dedicated to socks?
They have a shit ton of socks apparently. I was not familiar. In the stock room, it was about 7 feet tall, gray and staticky looking. Walking between the wall and the hallway about 5 feet from me. Our mannequins were beige, and I know what I saw. A little girl came in and tugged her mom's skirt while pointing to the back of the store and said, "Mommy, there's a ghost in here." We were doing our annual inventory, and the manager told an employee to get up the ladder and make sure we weren't missing anything, and to look in offhand places in the store just to make sure everything was accounted for. We had these faked exposed pipes in the store, and an employee looked in there. He found a balled-up t-shirt that had something about death and skulls on it. No one would have put that shirt in there. I no longer work there, but I always wonder what truly was going on and why these spirits were trapped in a relatively new mall. If they were tied to the land it was built on, possibly a burial ground, it's close to a lake. I'd love to learn what people think's been going on or what's been bothering us, or if anyone knows the history of the area. I feel like the balled up t-shirt could be a prank. If it was like a little like death scary t-shirt.
Yeah,
like,
some kid definitely was like, oh, there's been ghost stories in here, so like let me hide it. I mean, people did that the same thing to me when I was younger. They would write little skull and crossbones or do a little death symbol, stuff like that.
Beware, it's haunted here.
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, haunted malls are a big thing. It's a big plot of land and a lot of space to have stuff happen on. The mall that's by me, right up the road, actually, I went into the attic salt one day.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the lady who worked there, and she was telling me that they have ghosts in that mall. And she was saying that all of the people who work in the stores know them. Like, they all are, like, aware that they exist.
Wild.
And apparently it's a husband and wife duo. And the wife is really cranky and the husband is, like, passive, essentially. But they said the wife will come in and knock stuff off the shelves. And then the husband will come in and it seems to, like, placate her a little bit. Or she was joking that sometimes she was like, I wonder if they get in fights in the ghost world, because sometimes like you'll see something like cross on either end of the mall and it's like they're avoiding each other.
It's like, I'm not talking to you right now.
I'm not talking to you. And we're stuck in this tiny little place. Hell.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Can you imagine being stuck in a mall with your husband for eternity?
Yep.
All you get to do is walk around the same mall forever and ever.
Yep. You get to smell a mall pretzel and never eat it.
Yeah, you get to go in. God, they have a K Rico in there, and you get.
I would just, if I was a ghost stuck in the mall, I'd just be in the food court, just like sniffing the food and being
I was gonna say,
God,
puffing and puffing. Yeah, you can't eat anything, so you're just sitting there pouting the whole time. People are sitting there trying to eat their snacks. You just like knock it out of there.
It's like, why is my food suddenly gold? Because I'm trying to eat it.
Yeah. They're like, damn, my taco just got thrown across the whole food court. Why did that happen? Your like wife sitting in front of you. Why did you just throw your tacos at those kids? I didn't. I swear to God, I didn't. You're just sitting there like,
It is a good spot for if you want to play pranks on people, because there's new people coming in all the time.
every day. New stores popping up, so you get to like learn new things every day.
Yeah.
Do you think so? You know how there's a lot of smoke shops in malls now? Do you think like as a ghost you could go in there and get the like synthetic weed that they sell and like bust out one of the bongs or something?
I feel like you could, right?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why you're asking me. I'm not a ghost.
Yeah, I'll believe it.
Yeah, this is a constant question that we're going to keep asking on this podcast. What are the ghost rules? What are the rules of a ghost?
Yep.
Yeah. I never worked at a mall, thankfully. I never did retail. So I never had to close down a mall or anything like that. I did one time get stuck in a mall with my mom. What happened? So we were doing like the classic pictures at one of the old like picture shops that they used to have in malls. And not like a JCPenney, but like a designated storefront that had photo.
Did they do
stuff.
like the old timey ones?
No. It was like the backdrops. Like they had like different roles for the backdrops and stuff. But we were in there and we were taking pictures like all day. And they just took a really long time to process and to print. And so we were just sitting there waiting for hours. And finally they finished, but the mall was closed.
Yeah.
And so it was like
Well.
me, my mom, my sister, and the lady working at the register. And that was it. And like we literally like the doors were closed and we were looking out and it was just dark in the mall. And we were like, my mom looked at the lady and she's like, hey, how are we supposed to leave?
Do you imagine? She just cackles. She's like, you dope.
Yeah, right. You guys are stuck here forever. Actually, I trapped your souls in all of these pictures. You thought you were about to get these printed. It's just blank faces because our souls are gone.
TM. That's good.
So she called a security guard, and we had to wait for a security guard to come and then walk us to the door and then unlock the door and let us out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't have any fun. I didn't work at a mall when I did retail. I don't have any like fun mall stories. We did buy a rocking chair at a mall in North Carolina, and it was a big one of those like real circle malls.
Oh, like the Mills malls. Yeah.
My mom forgot where we parked, so we just carried this rocking chair around the parking lot for it felt like hours.
Now that's terrifying.
It was I hate going antiquing because my mom went through that whole phase, and because of that incident, I'm like, fuck the rocking chair.
Yeah, I'm leaving it right here. Let's go get the car. We'll come back around. Can you imagine that's your purgatory? That's how you died. And that's what you have to do forever is you're just attached to a rocking chair for the rest of your life, carrying it around. A mall.
I would have such beef with my mother. I'm haunting the shit. Come back to this mall so I can haunt you.
Yeah, you can't even
Damn
leave.
it.
You have to stay at that mall in North Carolina? South Carolina? North Carolina.
Winston-Salem.
Nice. Well,
Yep.
oh my God, I forgot to show you this yesterday. Did you finish season 3 already?
I did.
Okay, I finished it yesterday.
I went and I watched the Vanderpump Villa episodes where they were like the wives were in Italy.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see. I was like, what are you all actually arguing about?
Yeah.
Hard to say. But I did see that thing that's like Hulu went back and like reviewed the footage.
Yeah, and also Lisa Vanderpump came out and was like, we have cameras in every single inch of this villa, and like there is no way that what Demi saying happened.
Yeah.
Like
wild.
Yeah. I have so much to say on that. I'm like, we could do a whole episode on this.
Yeah.
Have some Mormon.
The name of the episode is Fruity Pebbles.
Honestly, it is. The Mormon Church is scary, so
it's a cult.
It's a cult, so we
1,000%
could actually.
cult.
You know what? Pivoting this episode. We're pivoting this episode. We're not talking about shopping anymore. We're talking about sleep your lives with your wives. Anyway, no, just kidding. Sorry, guys. I really want to though.
We should do that. Not next episode, but like, what are we doing the following episode?
Yeah, we can do it after the reunion.
Yes.
Yeah, so then we can watch the reunion and then we can like
talk
debrief.
about
Yeah, that'll be our.
We could talk about cults, trauma.
Yeah. Story 2, Haunted Store? Question mark? Hey everyone, it's me again.
Hey.
I've shared some of my past experiences with you all. I haven't experienced anything in probably 10 years. However, I had a very bizarre incident happen to me recently, like yesterday recent. As you may know, I'm long-winded, so bear with me. The company I work for just opened a new retail location. For the first month we were there, making repairs, cleaning, just generally getting the store ready, nothing really happened. However, after we installed our security system, we've been made aware of some very, very weird things. So our new security system is pretty awesome. We have sensors on all of the doors and windows, and the app for the security system tells us about every little thing that happens in the store. About 3 days after we installed the security system, our first shipment of stock had come in. Our display cases hadn't shown up yet, so we had about $10,000 worth of products just sitting on the counter. We had thrown a tarp over the boxes to help it all kind of blend in with the rest of the shop, which looked like a construction site at the time. The morning after the product showed up, the security app goes off with the following warning signs. Back door open, 8:33:19 a.m. I didn't need to say the 19. It's fine. Alarm pending, 8:33:20 a.m. So I guess I did. So the alarm is triggered and you have 20 seconds to type in the code before the alarm actually trips. Backdoor closed, 8:33:27 a.m. Backdoor opened, 8:33:37 a.m. Alarm activated, 8:33:40 a.m. So now the alarm is going off, wailing and notifying the police. Backdoor closed, 8:33:45 a.m. Backdoor opened, 8:33:55 a.m. Backdoor closed, 8:34:49 a.m. So now ADT has called us to let us know our alarm is going off, although we already knew that. We tell them to shut it off. None of us live particularly close to the shop, so the police will be there before we get there. We get to the store, the police are already there, and we inform them that nothing is missing and everything is fine. The retail location right next to ours, we're in a small strip mall, was being worked on at the time. The back door of our shop leads to a small hallway, and to the right is a big metal door with 4 latch locks on it that leads you outside to the dumpsters. And at the other end of the hallway is a door that leads to the shop next to us. So we asked if any of the workers if they had come over to our shop, and they all said that they had not. Now, the store that they were working on had no bathroom in it at the time as it was being redone. So we assumed that they came over to use our bathroom and had no idea our alarm had been installed. We told them about the alarm and just assumed that one of them had been embarrassed about setting off the alarm and didn't want to admit it. No big deal, no harm, no foul. Now, I should probably tell you, we had the security system installed, but the cameras hadn't been put in yet. We had no video footage to check. About a week goes by and we're getting really close to opening up shop. We'd been spending late nights getting everything set up, and one of the nights I was alone in the shop, I had an odd incident occur again. I had to bring a few contractor bags out to the garbage one night. Now, like I said, in order to get outside, you have to unlatch 4 latch locks. You know the kind, where in order to lock it, you turn the little handle up, slide the lock to the side, so it goes in the little metal loop on the door, and then pull the little handle down into the slot. So I unlock the locks, walk down the stairs, and throw the bags in the dumpster. I head back up to the stairs to go open the door, but it's locked. Which is beyond weird, as the latch locks are super heavy duty, so there's no way for one of those bars to move by itself, even if the door was slammed really hard or something. The handle on the door is one of those push bars that runs the full width of the door, like the kind you find usually in schools. You know the type.
You know.
You know, wink wink. Now, I had been told that the bar handle thing didn't lock, and that's why the latch locks were there. But I assumed that maybe the bar did lock, and when the door shut somehow, it locked itself. I go around the building and go back in through the front door. The weird thing is that I went in the back to check the locks, and 2 out of the 4 latch locks had been locked. I was alone in our shop, and the workers next door had gone home a couple hours earlier. I was there by myself. I was so paranoid that you have no idea. I checked every single door, every closet. I checked in the ceiling panels. I searched every inch of that shop, expecting to find someone hiding, but it was totally empty. Now, the next thing that happened is what caused me to write this post. I kind of let the lock thing go and tried not to think about it. However, we opened up the shop yesterday, and we had our first day of business. We close at 8 p.m. sharp. As soon as that clock hits 8, so long as no one calls to ask us to stay open for a couple extra minutes, our open sign is turned off and our front door is locked. I cashed out the register, turned off the TVs, shut off all the LED lighting all over the place, and used the bathroom before I drove home. I double-checked the front door to make sure it was locked, as it's a big fear of mine to be in the bathroom going number 2 and have someone come into the shop. So the front door is locked and I go to the bathroom. While I'm sitting on the toilet, sorry for being gross, okay, my ADT app pops up telling me back door opened, which immediately I had a mini panic attack as the back door is literally 3 feet away from the bathroom door. I yell out, "Hello?" from inside the bathroom to no response. About 2 seconds later, the app tells me back door closed. So I quickly get off the toilet, pull my pants up, and rebuckle my belt. I run out and check the back door that leads to the hallway, and it's unlocked, which is extremely odd. I'd locked that door the day prior, and there's literally no reason to unlock it. Once you lock that doorknob, you can still open the door from inside, but it's locked on the outside. So someone could have possibly unlocked the door during the day, and maybe a draft had pushed the door open enough that the sensor tripped. Now at this point, I'm thinking that maybe that door had a bad sensor and that's why the alarm went off that time. I double-checked the lock and made sure it was locked, pulled it shut, and made sure it latched shut. I head to the front of the shop and start to pack everything up to go home. I go to type in the security code to leave, and my phone goes off again, saying back door open. So now I'm annoyed. I can't set the alarm if that sensor is tripped, so I walk to the back of the shop to try pulling the door tight shut. As I come around the corner, I see the door is open about 12 inches. I knew for a fact that that door was shut. I had triple checked it. So now I'm staring at the door, a little nervous, and I hear sounds like pieces of debris in the hallway sliding across the floor. The construction guy next door had left all sorts of random pieces of metal and stuff on the floor in the hallway, and it sounded like something nudged one of those pieces of metal a couple inches. So now I'm full alert. I unholster my Glock and turn. Why? Why? Why does he have a gun on him? I unholster my Glock, turn on the tack light attached to it. I yelled out, "Hey, if someone is in there, it's in your best interest to make yourself known." I get no response. I try again.
Hello?
"If someone's in the hallway, you need to come out now." Nothing again. I kick the door open the rest of the way, and the hallway is empty. I check the door to the other shop, and it's locked. I walk out of there, slam the door shut, and went home shaking. I hope there's some crazy draft in the hallway, but I can't really explain any of it.
Okay, so my first thought was that maybe the building is on a faulty foundation.
Yeah.
So, like, the threshold is kind of going off, and that's, like, tripping the sensor.
Mm-hmm.
But for the door to actually be open, you have a ghost.
Yeah,
Clearly.
12 inches and, like, unlocked, and then it just getting locked again. You know,
Yeah.
like, that kind of stuff is not likely to happen, I will say. It does a little bit sound like it, like frogging, you know?
I don't.
Like, when somebody lives in your house and you don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that
So-
happened to someone I know.
Yeah, it's scary. It's a scary thing to think about. I think about it all the time.
I think about it constantly.
Yeah, but this could be a case of that, because if the back door is being opened and closed over and over again, then it could be somebody that's like been there, knows like the security system, knows how to get in, like they've been there before you even got the shop, like
Yeah.
approved,
set up,
that kind
yeah.
of thing. So that's their residence, and
Yeah.
you're there.
Yeah.
So,
Have you seen? There's a movie with Channing Tatum. What is it called? Roof Man.
nope.
So,
Man.
Yeah. Rachel at the office was like, she went in with zero expectations. She's like, it's actually pretty good. I started
Yeah.
watching it and I did fall asleep because I was sleepy, not because it was bad.
Okay.
But essentially, it's based on a true story of this guy who escapes prison and he's hiding out in a Toys R Us.
Roof man.
Roof Man. Yep, he sets up.
Does he live in a roof?
No, but he breaks into McDonald's going through the roof.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's also how he broke into the Toys R Us.
Interesting.
There's probably more why he's called Roof Man. I don't know.
Why
But yeah,
Toys R Us?
he goes through. Yeah, I don't know. As far as I know, he just met Kirsten Dunst's character, and he donated a bunch of toys because she also works at the Toys R Us, and he heard her talking about, hey, can we get some toy donations? And the owner was like, this is not a charity. This is Toys R Us. We're trying to
This
make
is
money
Toys
here.
R Us. Jokes on them because they're out of business.
Yeah. And they're like, hey, by the way, he goes up to this like one employee who's like, he's like, hey, stop eating the M&Ms. I can tell you've been eating M&Ms. And it's been Channing Tatum the whole time. He's just like chilling, eating M&Ms, playing with toys, hanging out. It's very strange.
Have you watched those YouTube videos of the people who are like, come with me to spend an entire night inside of a Walmart, or like, come with me to spend an entire night inside of a Costco?
No.
You've never seen those?
No.
Okay. There's some YouTubers. I've actually never seen them either. Like, I've never like watched them all the way through, but I've watched commentary videos on them.
That seems funnier.
Yes, and it is funnier because of how stupid it is.
Yeah.
Because you're like, that's, first of all, illegal, and you're filming yourself doing something illegal and then posting it online.
Right.
For the world to see. So you're incriminating yourself for millions of people.
Yep.
Smart, super smart move. Second of all, why? Just cause.
What's the point?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, let me risk going to prison for the rest of my life for clout.
Going in a Costco.
Yeah, just overnight. But yeah, people will go in and they'll hide somewhere, like behind toilet paper, behind stacks of goods, and then once the store closes, then they'll come out and wander around.
And they lock the door, so I imagine you're stuck in there until...
You're stuck in there until the morning time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure most of them have alarm systems, so you're...
I feel like 15 minutes in, it would really lose its luster. It would be like,
Yeah.
okay.
No, you'd literally go in and you'd be like, wow, this is so cool. what now? Like,
Yeah,
you're in
what
a
are we gonna
Walmart.
do?
You're
What are we gonna do? Stock the shelves?
Yeah, you're just walking around, grabbing a drink, grabbing some soda. They have cameras everywhere, so
Yeah.
you're gonna wear a balaclava the whole time. Like,
Yeah. Do they still have a video game set? Some Walmarts do. The little video game. I guess you could do
I
that.
have not seen a video game set up for, and I assume when they turn the power, like not the full power off, but when they turn the like lights off, they probably turn that stuff off
What
too.
are you gonna do? Grab some lawn chairs and watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? No one's signed in. To
Yeah,
Hulu.
you can't watch it on Hulu. How are you gonna do that?
Yeah. Well, imagine you like break in, you get out totally good, but they catch you because you're signed into your Hulu account.
Oh my god, some super sleuthing. Damn, I would do something not good if that was me. If I was found because I forgot the trout population. This is really gonna affect the tour. If I got caught and went to prison because I was signed in to a streaming account, that would be it for me. I'd be like, well,
so funny.
The game over, guys. That was so fun. It was fun while it lasted. But no, genuinely, I think staying in a store overnight would be terrifying. They actually have horror games there's a horror game based off of staying in an IKEA overnight. It's called Storebound.
Yeah.
And it's literally, the goal is you get locked into an IKEA at night, and there are creatures roaming around the IKEA because it's like a backrooms kind of place.
Yeah.
And you have to stay away from all of the creatures until morning.
Gotcha.
And then you get to leave.
All right. Well, sounds like a fun game to play. I would hate that in real life. Oh my god.
I would hate being locked in somewhere against like I chose to be locked in. No,
I did not.
I
would like to leave.
Yeah. Same with if you ever watched have you ever seen Grave Encounters?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay. It's this scary movie. It's one of my favorite scary movies. I love it. It's based off of Ghost Adventures. Like the whole thing is it's a crew of ghost hunters who go into this insane asylum, and their whole thing is that they go in and they get locked in, just like Ghost Adventures. Locked in. Except on this one, they actually get locked in. And this whole sort of thing starts to happen where it starts to, like, they can't get out. So they finally break through the chains on the front door. It just opens up into another hallway.
Ooh.
Time stops existing. It's always night. Every hallway leads to another hallway. There's literally no way out.
Yeah.
And the ghosts start like separating them off one by one and killing them off one by one. But that's what I imagine would have happened to me if I was locked in to a Walmart overnight.
Yeah.
I'm going to start getting these the fucking grimace from the like McDonald's at the front's gonna start bounding over to me. I'm gonna get Freddy Fazbear in the back by the games, you know. The Michelin Man's gonna come out of another corner. They have all of these different monsters coming out from every angle, and it's me and you.
Yeah,
we're filming content.
Yeah, we're like, okay, guys, we finally got 100,000 subscribers. Let's lock ourselves in to Walmart.
Okay, holding this against us right now, we never said that we would be locked in anywhere.
We never said we would be locked anywhere. We said we would do something haunted.
We said we would go somewhere haunted. We will not be locked in anywhere.
No.
No, if we're being locked in anywhere, it's Jasmine being locked in my house.
Oh no, darn it. I held on Dreamy.
Anyway, that's crazy.
Oh,
damn, that's crazy.
That's so crazy. Yeah, wow. I hate that for you. I forgot what the story was because I was thinking about being locked in stores.
It was basically just the ghost opening the door over and over again.
Yeah, well, at least they're not ruining your inventory.
Yeah, right? They didn't steal
So
that
that's a
$10,000 of inventory. They just want that person, because it's not a ghost, it's just a person living in the rafters.
Do you want to know my story about someone living in someone's house? No, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, I was like,
awful.
I kind of do, but I feel like we've talked about this before.
We probably have.
Yeah, and I probably don't want to rehash it because I am
We're skipping
worried.
it.
Okay.
Nope.
Because every time I'm such a fucking psycho. We have that thing in our closet. I haven't even told Quentin that I do that, so I'm kind of outing myself. But I've deleted a couple pictures from my phone because sometimes I'll go in there and I'll take a picture of it to make sure that it doesn't move.
You know what? I'm sorry. You're being safe.
I'm
Like, sue you for
and I
being
like
safe.
have to like make a mental note because there's like a crack in the middle of it. So I'm like, where is the crack sitting? Like, is it any different? Like,
Yeah.
because I in case somebody's like,
Just in case.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I feel like I would know because we have a camera literally in the living room. So
That
it's
is
like,
also true.
yeah,
I justify having a ton of shit in my apartment because I'm like, no one can hide in the closet. Too much shit. Can't hide
yeah,
under my bed. Too much shit. Where are you gonna hide?
yeah,
I've got no doors, so
yeah.
good luck. That being said, I do need to get rid of some clothes. All right, story 3. We lived in an old haunted shop. Trigger warning for self-harm. On my previous post, I talked about my dad's haunted house whilst growing up, and one about myself and my parents' experiences from renting an old cottage. This one is about growing up as a teenager in a converted shop. Okay. We moved there when I was about 13, my sister was 12. The house was huge with a 20-foot living room where the shop front would have been, and a converted annex on the side of the house. The annex was the reason we moved, as my dad's mom had a stroke and we needed to care for her. The annex, the kitchen, and the bedroom were above a recent extension added to the house. The rest was early Victorian. My bedroom was a part of the older house. It was fairly smallish and had Victorian features like an old fireplace in the wall. It wouldn't have been my first choice, as it made me instantly feel uneasy, but my little sister was quite a diva and usually got the first pick on rooms. She took the nice modern room at the end of the hallway, and I was too easygoing to argue back. I was stuck with a creepy room, which was fine initially, as the scary activity didn't start for about a year. However, the dog would refuse to come inside, and my cat would always rocket out of the window or bang on the window to go out at 3 a.m. every night without fail. The other strange parts of the house were the landing, the upstairs bathroom, and a huge front room downstairs. When using the bathroom, I would often hear footsteps running across the landing outside. I always blamed my sister, but she would usually be in her room or downstairs. Once, while having a bath there, I heard the sound of children's laughter from right outside the door and small footsteps running away. My sister was too old to sound like a young child, and she wasn't the type to prank me, so I kind of dismissed it. The cats and dog would often stare at the stairs and follow something with their eyes. I would also catch shadows at the corner of my eye while sitting near the entrance to the stairway. The whole house generally had an unfriendly feel. Anyway, fast forward to when I'm about 14 or 15. Our family situation with our Nan was stressful at the time, as she had dementia. I won't go into it too much, but myself and my sister had to take on a lot to take care of her while Mom was working. We were also homeschooled by my dad, and had been since we were 7 or 8. This was his choice and benefited me, certainly academically. However, socially I felt lonely and isolated and a bit of a freak. Local bullies did not help. These negative feelings led to me becoming very depressed. I would slope off to my room, and the negative atmosphere would really increase. My room always felt heavy and oppressive. I began self-harming at this time, after hiding a kitchen knife in my bed. My psychological state wasn't great anyway, and I don't know if the intensity of what I was doing affected the situation, but it almost felt like an out-of-body experience. Can't explain it really, or pin it on something supernatural, but it was certainly surreal. Around this time, I also started noticing strange shadows and lights in my room, usually just before going to sleep. I put it down to stress and ignored it. I have mentioned before in late posts that my dad was also practicing spiritual medium. He had been out of work for a time doing this, but occasionally did tarot for people, and was certainly alert to anything spiritual or ghostly going along. One day, my dad kind of zoned out while I was reading a book. They say whilst a lot.
Yeah, I think they're British.
Yeah. I noted it but ignored him and carried on reading. When he came to, he looked at me very concerned and began to describe everything that I'd been doing up in my room. Of course, I was very upset but admitted to harming. He said that one of my guardian spirit guides told me this as they were worried, and had also let him know about the negative presence in my room that was affecting me. After my parents gave me a talk about what happened, I solemnly promised not to do anything of that sort again. My dad went up to my room and attempted to cleanse it. I'm not sure if it ever worked, as it still felt very oppressive up there and dark. I moved out into a converted summer house in the garden soon after and was much happier. Neighbors told us about a girl who lived in that house who took her own life at City Park in the 70s. I could never find any history of this, but it was certainly interesting if so. At one point in time, while brushing my teeth in the bathroom, I did look up to see the figure of a woman behind me in the mirror. She was about 20 or 30 years of age, blonde, wearing a white dressing gown. Whether it is the woman who lived there before, I don't know. I certainly never looked up into the mirror again while I was in there. One thing of note that happened to my sister, she was sitting alone in her room one night, and then all of a sudden, 2 sets of windows, a door, and all the cupboards violently flew open. As well as this, her stereo and TV turned themselves on at full max. My sister is petrified of paranormal things and would not make this up. She's terrified to go back inside for a while.
Hey, that's spooky.
Yo, that's
spooky.
horrifying.
Hey, that's scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that being really traumatizing, and also I can see that being like a dark entity or a
Very dark.
malicious spirit, or may I even say a demon? Who
Yeah.
was manipulating those kind of feelings, because obviously feelings are valid. I mean, me validating the strangest feelings. Obviously, there you have a lot to be sad about. There's a lot going on in your life, and
Right.
you know there are some big feelings there. But definitely, when you're ostracized by your community and you're being pushed out by all the kids in your neighborhood, and you don't really get that like typical experience of like having all these friends, and so you're feeling really alone and you're feeling neglected, and then you go into this room where there's this presence that's kind of like taking those feelings and feeding on them and making them
you're
stronger.
already susceptible. Like,
Yeah.
ooh.
That's like rule number 1 for demon possessions is it's gonna take the person who is the most like weak spiritually and emotionally. Like when you're at your lowest, it's gonna grab onto you because that's what it feeds on.
Yeah, I am
Hungry.
so curious because it's a shop that was converted into a house. So I'm so curious what the shop was.
Yeah.
Was it like a cute little flower shop, or was it, I don't know, a hardware? Like, what
was
was
it?
it?
A Sweeney Todd pie shop?
Was it a Sweeney Todd pie shop?
Yeah.
Was it the type of place where they would have like community gatherings, maybe for, I don't know, strange fellows?
Wearing cloaks, wearing things
like,
over their
what-
heads, and slicing goats open. I don't know.
What was happening here?
Yeah.
Because clearly there's very dark energy.
This does make me think of, there is a story, like a creepypasta, or it's a no sleep story of this like voodoo shop that this guy gets a job at, and like basically anybody comes in and they can make a wish, and obviously like the guy who owns the shop, the like voodoo master, he's like, yeah, I'll give you your wish. Like, this girl is like, I hope my boyfriend never leaves me. I wish my boyfriend never leaves me. And he attaches them at the hip.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like they like kind of like consume each other, like eat each other alive kind of thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's that kind of vibe. And the guy who works there, he's in charge of like cleaning up after all of the.
That sounds like a very creepy but very good story.
Yeah, it was a really good story. Creepcast read it, so that's what it immediately made me think of, because I'd be listening to Creepcast a lot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't, not to plug it, they don't even know that we exist, but Creepcast is a great horror story podcast. They're great people, so I will plug them anyway because I love them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's in your house. I don't like it, and I hope you moved far, far away.
Yeah, I think they did,
Yeah.
thankfully. Also nice that they had like a garden house or whatever
Yeah.
to go move into.
Where's that, Wisconsin?
No, it sounds like it's.
Oh, yeah, no, it's in the UK. Yeah, we talked about whilst.
Yeah, mum.
Yeah.
He said mum a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain just kind of autocorrects anything I don't. Like when I'm reading, like when I read ACOTAR, in my head, they don't have pointy ears. So to bring up Bettina, when she read it, she's like, yeah, I can't get behind the pointy ears. I was like, that was edited out. I don't remember that being in there.
That's so funny. I love the pointy ears. I'm like,
Like in the little tip.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
tongue along the tip. Oh. Yikes.
The wings are always gone. Unless I want them.
See, I don't like that. I love that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm like, you're telling me you're sitting on the couch with your big ass bat wings all the time?
Yes.
No, just sit on the fucking couch.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? We all.
Yeah, and then she's like, and then I was stroking his wings. I'm like, okay, but it just feels like,
See,
weird skin, right?
that I don't know if I like. If I couldn't like be like. Can
I
you
imagine
like that?
it feels like kind of like nutsack skin.
Huh?
I've
Yeah,
never felt a bat wing, but I'm pretty sure that's what it would feel like, right?
it's. I have. If you like pull nut skin, if you pull like the nutsack skin, everyone who's coming from shit.
I was just thinking, if you listen to the Fluently Forward episode featuring us talking about Yellow Jackets and we sounded very smart, we are. However,
This is our show. God damn it.
yeah, we want to talk about bats and
And
nutsacks.
nutsack. But anyway, if you pulled it really tight and you added like a little bit of like velvet.
Yeah, that's what I imagine it would feel like. Yeah.
Yeah, it is like, it's a very like,
Very like fine, thin,
yeah, it's
delicate
very
skin.
flexible. Like
Yeah.
you can, you know, like stick your finger in it. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it makes that sound. Yeah.
Ball sacks do the same thing.
They, in my experience, yeah.
Dude, I would hate to be a man and have a ball sack.
I would. I feel like first off, the fact that it's just like God forbid a woman has range. They like apparently get like stuck to your thigh.
Yeah, and you have to like
Sweating.
shake them off, and then like sometimes they'll get like stuck in your zipper when you're zipping your pants up.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Do you ever watch American Pie?
Yeah.
That happens in
Yeah.
American Pie.
Yeah.
You like zip. Yeah.
Ow! I don't even
No.
My ovaries just like clenched at that.
Yeah, my cooch. My cooch is tightened. Story 4. I can't keep a straight face now. I worked at a haunted bookstore and I can never forget. It's been 2 years since I worked at a bookstore that was haunted. I've been thinking a lot lately about the spirit I saw twice. The first time I saw him, I thought it was a customer trying to get my attention. He was a few feet away from me and I saw him in the corner of my eye waving at me. I turned to him and froze. He was an old man with frizzy white hair and black holes for eyes. He was smiling. I stared at him for a solid 5 seconds while he continued to wave at me before he faded away from his feet up. Suddenly, everything made sense. Did it? Did it? All of the times we'd feel like we were being watched, how none of us wanted to be anywhere alone after close because of an unexplainable eerie feeling, all of the things that would disappear, all of the books that would be relocated during the night, everything suddenly made sense. I asked a manager about it because she'd been there for forever. I asked if she thought this place was haunted, and she immediately said, "Did you see him?" From there, I learned that a few employees had seen this ghost over the years, and most people had had an experience of some sort. I saw him again about 2 months before I quit. That time, he had red eyes. It was a spooky place, and I'll never forget watching books fly off the shelves late one night or feeling my name tag being yanked from around my neck. Despite these encounters, that was still the best job I've ever had. Edit, the bookstore is Barnes & Noble in Erie, Pennsylvania. I moved away and haven't been back in over a year, but I definitely plan to return.
I just imagine he's like, what color eyes do I want today?
I know.
Red.
Well, I was thinking, I'm like, it's the same thing how we were talking about if he could go in and like smoke weed. I'm like, he just got really stoned before his visit. And it's like kind of that time where you go up to your friend and you're like, hey, do you think they'll be able to tell that I'm high? And they're like, nah, man.
no way.
No, you're good. He's like, be like, dude. hey, what kind of books do you like? Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna go take a nap. He's like, wanders away.
Disappears.
And he thinks he's saying all that, but he's not saying anything.
He's actually nonverbal in that moment.
Yeah, it's like when you
It
get the level of
happens.
high, just it's you think that you're saying something, you look over and you're like, and there's like drool like coming down.
You haven't said anything in 20 minutes.
And your friend's like, hey, you good, man? And you're like, yeah, I've been telling you the story, like the how the chicken actually did come before the egg. And I've been explaining it this whole time.
I finally understood.
Have you not heard me? And you're like, man, you've been staring at me with dribble hanging on your chin this whole time. I really thought you were having a stroke or something.
So when I start a new job, I like when people tell me if there's something weird and spooky happening.
Yeah.
I understand probably why you can't just go up to everyone and be like, yeah, there's ghosts here. Because some people are like, okay.
Yeah. Some people are like, you lie.
Yeah. I would appreciate the heads up if I'm going to see something paranormal. Because if I'm like, oh yeah, in the break room, I saw this thing happen last night. And everyone's like, oh yeah, that happens here. It's like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, somebody should have warned me.
Yeah.
It's like the same way with did we read that story with the girls that were in that house and they all had experienced like different paranormal things? And like one of the girls was like, I've experienced this, and they're like, oh yeah, we've all experienced that.
It's like,
And
why
she's
didn't you talk to each other?
Yeah, you say literally anything? Why? That would be my first thing if I met somebody new at a job and the place was haunted. I'd be like, hey, guess what?
Yeah. But do you believe in ghosts? Because you might start.
Yeah, if you don't, well, you should at least keep an open mind because you will experience something at some point.
I'd probably be like, so since you don't believe in them, you should go into the back storage room and let me know what happens in there.
Yeah, lights off. Tell me what you see.
Yeah, just report back. Should be fine.
Yeah.
Because you don't believe in ghosts.
You give
You'll be
them
fine.
only the closing shifts every time.
Honestly, probably.
Julia does not believe in ghosts, so we should just give her the closing shifts because nobody else wants them because old man Greg likes to pop up every now and then. But he's got black eyes because he's been off his rocker for a while.
Yeah.
He's been hitting the pipe a little too hard. And now his eyes are red.
His eyes are so dilated.
He picked different vices. He went from coke and meth to weed. Which, I mean, like, damn, everybody's got their vices. And if
Damn,
that's what
Greg.
gets you through the ghost world, that's fine. But stop freaking my friends out into having a heart attack and joining you.
I really want to know if ghosts can do drugs. Or
I
if
would
there's like
hope
an
so.
equivalent to...
You know, I really...
Like you're like, you go to like a tailpipe on a car and you're like huffing the vapor or something.
Yeah. I would really hope so because I'm like, I can't say that. One of the big things that keeps me, besides the fact that they're bad guys, one of the big things that keeps me from not wanting to try different drugs is the fact that they'll kill me.
Right.
And I don't want to die.
Right.
So, yay.
Yeah. Yes.
But
If you're like already dead.
if you're already dead, I'm going to try
Yeah.
everything.
I feel like this is very Beetlejuice. You just like drink some. It doesn't matter.
Cyanide
Yeah.
just to see how it makes your
Yeah.
gut feel.
Drano,
you know?
let's go. I just keep thinking, so intellectual. Do you think ghosts can do drugs?
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I hope they can.
I hope they
Give
can
them
too,
something to die for,
because
you
it
know?
really would be nice to like get into the afterlife and be like, okay, cool. What can I do now that I haven't been able to do while I'm on Earth? Like, I would go to Mariana's Trench if I could, if I had like the boundaries to do so.
Yeah, I want to know what the rules are.
Yeah, if I could, I'd walk my ass down to Mariana's.
You've got an
Trench.
eternity, so
You know, just to see what's down there. Not like anything's gonna fucking kill me, so
Right.
might as well.
Do you think the fish will swim around and be like, a ghost?
I don't think that they would understand what a ghost is.
Maybe. I mean, okay, so there's ships that have sunk, right?
Yeah.
So there's got to be ghosts down in the ocean.
Oh, there is 100% ghosts on the ocean.
So I feel like the fish would know about ghosts.
Well, I don't think fish can like comprehend that. I think
Maybe it depends
fish
on the
brain
fish.
aren't smart.
Yeah.
Fish brain not smart.
Depends on...
Sorry guys, if you guys
No.
think fish are smart, you're done. Oh,
Ooh.
no, I'm kidding.
She's not
I am kidding.
see,
Some fish are
You big dumb. Just kidding.
I was about to say some fish are like, I was like beluga whales. They're not
yeah.
fish.
Yeah.
See, and that's my point. How do you think
Something
Mimo
in the
got
ocean.
lost? Because he's a fucking idiot.
Because he got kidnapped.
Because he's dumb. Because he wasn't listening to rules.
He's this big.
Because he wasn't listening to what his dad said. And why do you think it took fucking, what's his name, so long to find him?
Because he's got to swim across an ocean.
Because he's dumb.
And because he can't
And what
read
about Dory?
English.
Dory is a prime example.
She has a head trauma.
She's dumb. She's dumb as a bag of rocks.
I thought you were going to say dumb as a fish.
She's dumb as a fish.
Yeah. She can read.
In a cartoon, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think that's what they had in mind when they said the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on that. But you can all skip the mall and give the gift of the What Was That podcast to your friends and family by sharing and liking and commenting and subscribing and following us on social media. So do all that. All of it, you know. You can find us on all social media at @whatwasthat_the_pod. And also feel free, please, listen to us on Spotify and Apple. That helps us a lot. Keep listening on YouTube too if you want, but Spotify and Apple would be great too. And if you would like to share your own story with us, you can email us at whatwasthat.thepod@gmail.com.
If you were a ghost, what kind of store would you haunt?
Oh, easy. I would obviously haunt a bookshop or a flower shop or a coffee shop or a... Wait, what was that?